When it comes to business lenders that have loan underwriting guidelines similar to Chase's, you have the choice between 4 banks and 7 non-banks. So in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Chase business loan alternatives for bad credit. So I want to first start with the banks. Now, keep in mind that Chase pulls mainly Experian. So here's the approach I want you to think about. So the first bank I want you to think about is Bank of America. So if you're looking for a Chase business loan alternative for bad credit, think about Bank of America. Now, when we talk about Bank of America, we're speaking primarily about a bank that's very generous, a bank that rewards loyalty, a bank that rewards relationship building. So if you are thinking about, if you have bad credit right now, you listen to me, and you have an established business, or you have, let's say, a startup, and you're trying to get a bad credit business loan from Bank of America, start by building a relationship. And this will help you out because we're talking about you having a business checking account or a business savings account to start with, like 3 to 6 months before you apply for real for the business loan. And the longer you spend time in building a relationship with Bank of America, the better it is for you. So our strategy is for you to start with a relationship, try to get a credit card, and then try to apply for a business loan. And when you apply for a business loan, it's actually called a Business Advantage term loan, and you can be approved from $10,000 all the way to $10 million. Okay, so Bank of America has the balance sheet. Bank of America has the heft, the monetary heft to sort of accompany you on your loan journey. So $10,000 all the way to $10 million. We're talking about loan. The APR can start at 7.25%, and then you have loan terms for 12 to 60 months. Fantastic. Now, Bank of America will charge you a little fee. They charge about like $150. And again, here I'm talking about unsecured loan. Now, if you really want to secure your business loan, no problem. You can be approved anywhere from $25,000 all the way to $25 million. So you can see that the delta here becomes a little bigger. So again, the loan application process is very straightforward with the Bank of America. You can apply through the app, you can apply online, or you can apply over the phone, or even you can also apply online at a branch. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're having a quick convo about Chase bad credit business loan alternatives. Another bank that actually has underwriting guidelines similar to Chase's is a PNC. So when you think about PNC, I want you to think about a lender that is not as geographically, I would say, varied or diverse as Chase. But again, if your business operates within the geography where PNC is present, you will love PNC. Now, PNC is not really as generous as the Bank of America, but PNC is still a great bank. Why? Let me break it down for you. Now, PNC, number one, is really fast. Number two, when it comes to business credit, when it comes to business loans in general, whether you have bad credit, fair credit, or good credit, PNC is very flexible. In other words, they will assign a loan advisor to you, and the loan advisor will actually work with you during the underwriting phase to make sure that you are getting all the support that you really need. And so this is really fantastic. And PNC tends to approve even faster than the Bank of America or Chase. So PNC will approve you within 24 hours to 48 hours if you have all the paperwork. So we're talking about you having things like your business loan application, of course, your business plan. It doesn't have to be like 40 pages or whatever. You can have like 4 pages, 5 pages. That's fine. If you have your tax returns for the last 2 to 3 years, fine. So, and you also need to have like your financials, of course. And with PNC will approve you for loan amounts that go from $20,000 all the way to $100,000. That's for unsecured small business loans. And so here, that means what? No collateral is required. And so you can have it on an unsecured basis. But if you say, listen, I think I have some collateral I would like to use for the loan, then PNC will issue you a secured small business loan. And here we're talking about $100,000 all the way to $100 million. Everything depends upon the solidity and the value of your collateral. So if you want to put up like a 5 million or 50 million worth of collateral, PNC will give you a similar loan, not a problem at all. And so PNC also issues small business commercial real estate loans. They also have secured vehicle finance loans. So they do all kinds of loans, but those are collateralized, of course. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Chase bad credit business loan alternatives. So I'll share with you already. I talked to you about the Bank of America, and now I just talked to you about PNC. Let's talk about the third one. Third one is TD Bank. So TD Bank, actually, when we talk about TD Bank as a Chase bad credit business loan alternative, TD Bank is really fast. TD Bank is really, really fast. I mean, when they actually approve you, they tend to move really fast in terms of releasing the funds. It's just fantastic. Now, TD Bank is currently present in the eastern shore of the states. I mean, of the country. So you have states such as New York, New Jersey, Virginia. You have Massachusetts. You have Maine. So those are New York, of course. Those are places where TD Bank is present. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to see if the states where you're currently in actually qualifies for a TD Bank business loan. But if you do qualify, and if you have bad credit, TD Bank will take care of you. If you have a good relationship with them, they'll take care of you. I'm talking about good banking relationship, though. I'm talking about for real. Like, do you have accounts with them? What kind of accounts do you have with them? What kind of cash? How much cash you pulling? You're bringing into your account with them. So, like, are you generating revenue? So they'll ask you all kinds of questions. If you have bad credit, they'll ask you for your financials. They'll ask you for, like, they tend to, TD Bank tends to analyze the sector you're in. So your economic sector plays an important role also. And so this is kind of fine. And the TD Bank actually has a system in place where they will approve you real fast depending on the loan amount that you want. So if you want, let's say, if you want to apply for $250,000 or less, you can apply online, not a problem. If you want to apply for something above $250,000, then you have to go to a branch, and you have to actually download an application. And so it's a PDF application, business loan application, and you have to download that, and you go through it, and then you actually have all the info that you need, and you get all kinds of information. That's just fantastic, and things can go real fast. So when we talk about TD Bank, the loan itself, $10,000 all the way to $1 million. You can use the cash for equipment or vehicles, expansion or renovation, lump sum, working capital, no problem at all. And so you basically have 3 to 5 years amortization process, really fantastic. And I want to say that besides business loans, TD Bank also offers business lines of credit and also commercial mortgage loans. And and those can be approved on like a very fast basis, depending on your business's financials. Another bank that I want to share with you when it comes to Chase bad credit business loan alternatives is Capital One. So Capital One Bank, of course. Now Capital One Bank is kind of similar to a TD Bank in the sense that Capital One is not a national player such as Wells Fargo or a Bank of America, but Capital One is present. Like, Capital One is very strong in the states where it is present. And what we have seen is that in some cases, Capital One acts as an online bank, which means what? It means that you do not have to live in a specific state to qualify for a business loan through Capital One. So this is really great. And but Capital One actually value a lot relationships. So basically, they want you to have been in business for at least 2 years and to have an open business checking account. In other words, a business checking account in good standing with Capital One before you apply for a business loan with them. And so you can get a real estate term loan. You can get an SBA loan. You can get a business line of credit. You can get a business loan. Now, what we have seen is that Capital One in the last 2 to 3 years, actually, they've trying to shift their focus away from business term loans to business lines of credit. But they're still actually issuing business loans to certain businesses across the country, but you have to qualify. So if you're interested, it's just better to contact Capital One and ask them all kinds of questions that you have so that you can actually talk to them. Now, one thing I want to say that we love also, and you should really take advantage of that. Capital One, once you start the application process, they will assign you a banker. they'll assign you one of they'll pair you up with an experienced member of their team, so you're able to ask all kinds of questions. You'll have all your answers that you need, and you want to do this before you start the whole loan application process. And so Capital One, as of right now, doesn't have a soft pull sort of process. So when you go through the process, expect a hard pull right away. But it doesn't matter whether you have a fair credit or bad credit. That's totally fine. And in terms of loan sizes, we're talking about $10,000 all the way to $5 million. And so depending on the product, there may be collateral or deposit amount in terms of requirements. But again, it is what it is. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Chase bad credit business loan alternatives. So I just finished talking to you about the 4 banks. They have similar underwriting guidelines like Chase's, but now I want to talk to you about the online lenders that have a similar guidelines as well. So I want to give you a few pro tips here. So I just shared with you the 4 banks, right? So if for any reason you don't want to work with the bank, then you can try alternative lenders. So the first one I want to share with you is Fora Financial. So when you think about Fora Financial, you think about a lender it's very generous, more generous than banks, because Fora Financial, you're getting a maximum loan amount of $1.5 million, and you have a minimum credit score of 500. So when you think about that, you actually forget about all the rigidity of banks. So you're getting a great on time, like a great one time, not one time, but a great term loan lender, and this is really fantastic. And so what we love about Fora Financial is that you can get the cash real fast. Really fast. And as a matter of fact, you can actually get a discount for prepaid, not a problem at all. So Fora is actually going to work with you. And so we're talking about $1.5 million on an unsecured basis. So you're not really paying anything, and you don't have to post any kind of collateral. So think about the freedom here. Think about the liberty in terms of budgeting, so. And with Fora, what we love also is that you have a low minimum credit score requirements. And this is really great. And Fora does pull Experian. So this is really fantastic. And what we don't like about Fora is that Fora is not giving you 5 years. See, TD Bank is giving you 5 years. PNC is giving you 5 years. Fora is giving you maximum 6 months all the way to 15 months. I mean, minimum 6 months, maximum 15 months. That's really short, especially if you get $1.5 million to be able to repay this within 1 year and 3 months. You better have like some serious cash inflows to be able to afford those monthly payments. But hey, listen, it is what it is. And so Fora Financial is really great in terms of giving you the cash that you need anyway. So we love that a lot. And one thing we want to say here is that overall, Fora is just great in terms of giving you financing like from a non-traditional bank. And it has been doing this for many years now. Another lender that we love a lot is On Deck. So when we think about On Deck, I want you to think about an online lender that gives you up to $250,000. So this is a Chase bad credit business loan alternative, and so you're looking at $5,000 all the way to $250,000, and so you are able to actually repay the loan over 2 years. So again, here we are talking about a shorter repayment term. So like those lenders, they're not asking you for they're not asking you to repay them over 3 years or 5 years. They want to get paid like yesterday, right? So they're giving you a maximum tenor, a maximum repayment window of 2 years. And the thing that's a little worse, I mean, don't get me wrong, On Deck is fantastic. They will approve you all the way to $250,000. But what we don't like with On Deck is that they might ask you in some cases to make daily repayment. Can you imagine daily repayments? So every single day you have money coming out of your account. Every single day. This could be a little disruptive, especially if you have like other transactions, other debit transactions coming into the account. And so, yeah, it is what it is. So on deck will ask you to either repay the loan on a daily basis or weekly basis. So just be aware of that. Okay. But overall, you're looking at $250,000 and minimum credit score 525 all the way to 625. But the APR is kind of high though. APR, we're talking 35% all the way to 99%. So it is something that's really, really high. But we love the fact that with OnDeck, you have a streamlined online application process with minimum documentation required. So think about your perfect no-doc business loan, okay? And you can use this OnDeck loan to build business credit, because OnDeck will report your data to the 3 credit bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. So this is really great overall. If you were to ask me, this is fantastic. And one thing I want to say also is that when it comes to this Chase Bad Credit Business Loan Alternative, you need to have minimum annual revenue of $100,000. So, and you need to have a business bank account to actually qualify. So, but again, those are things that regular businesses, like those are conditions that regular businesses do qualify for anyway. So this is really great. Another lender I want to share with you that is a great Chase Bad Credit Business Loan Alternative is Triton Capital. So when you think about Triton Capital, I want you to think about a lender that actually allows you to be approved, like a lender that approves you for maximum $250,000. So $250,000, this is really fantastic. And minimum credit score goes from 500 all the way to 600 FICO. And so again, it's all about $250,000. And Triton Capital actually specializes in equipment financing, but they do regular loans also. They do term loans. They do lines of credit. They do all kinds of loans. It really depends on your application. So reach out to them and they'll let you know. And basically, Triton Capital is really fast. They can fund within 1 or 2 business days. And there is no prepayment penalty, and you have flexible repayment options. So you can pay on a semi-annual basis. So every you can pay like every 6 months. You can pay every year. You can pay every quarter, or you can pay every month. Anyway, I would advise you to pay every month. You want to put some kind of pressure on yourself, so that some kind of budgetary pressure on yourself, so that you're not really running into trouble, because Triton Capital is similar to Fora Financial and OnDeck reports your data to all the business credit bureaus. So you're building not only business credit through Triton, you're also building personal credit. So this is kind of important. And there are some cases though where Triton Capital will require a personal guarantee. There are some cases where it might require a UCC lien. So those are sorry about that. Those are elements. Those are things where you have to think about, beforehand. But overall, Triton Capital is a legit lender. It is an ideal lender if you need cash real fast and you're looking for a bad credit business loan alternative like Chase. And this is really fantastic. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I'll just share with you Chase Bad Credit Business Loan Alternatives. And so we have number 1, Bank of America. Number 2, we have PNC. Number 3, we have TD Bank. Number 4, we have Capital One. Number 5, we have Fora Financial. Number 6, we have OnDeck. Number 7, we have Triton Capital. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.